Knicks postgame show as the Knicks go down tonight in Tampa, losing to the Raptors 100-83. They've now lost 17 of their last 18 games to Toronto. Hi, everyone. From our Delta MSG studios, Bill Pito along with Alan Hahn. We bring in Wally Szczerbiak from his home studio, and let's all get a look at Alan Hahn's bow tie.
Happy New Year.
Look at this, huh?
Goodbye, 2020. Good riddance, 2020.
Just tell everyone how long it took you to get that thing tied.
2 minutes.
Wally,
that's a clip-on.
I know. Wally, you often talk about shooting. Obviously, you were a great shooter. Knicks in this game, very hard to win in the NBA when you go 3 of 36 from downtown. Was it the Raptors' defense that caused this, or was it just missing open looks?
It was a combination of both. You're talking to the wrong guy. 3 for 36. Wow. I've never seen that on a box score. Holy smokes, the Knicks struggled from deep. They had a lot of good looks. They're playing really hard. They're trying to figure out how to make plays off Julius Randles, who's really playing a new role in his career right now. But you got to knock down shots in this league if you want to win basketball games. That Raptors team was playing in absolute desperation. You could see the effort that they were giving on the defensive end of the floor. They're 0-3. They really needed this game. Kyle Lowry said it was a must-win. And the Knicks just couldn't make the plays and the shots to get them the chance to win this game. I thought when it was close, with like 6-7 minutes in the fourth quarter, I thought the Knicks were going to make the plays through Randle to win this basketball game, but they just couldn't get it done. It's only one game. The Knicks are 2-3. They have to go back to the drawing board, and they have to learn not to get too high because they were the number one three-point shooting team in the league coming into this game, and then after today, they shot way down the ranks. So they're somewhere in the middle, and they got to forget about this shooting performance and try to get ready for the next game against Atlanta.
Hey, well, you know why you've never seen that before? It's never happened before in Knicks history with at least 20 attempts from three-point range. They've never shot that poorly from downtown. Recently, the most recent we've seen anything close to that was 2015. They went 2 for 21 at Boston. But you've never seen a Knicks team shoot lower than 9% from three-point range. It's just one of those nights. And two of the players, Reggie Bullock and RJ Barrett, almost made up for half of the misses. 0 for 17, the two of them combined. So that was obviously the struggle. But as you pointed out, the game turned down 3, and they had 2 really bad possessions and gave up three-point shots. We mentioned it. The Raptors came into this game struggling from 3, and that's a big part of their offense. They struggled in the first half, but in the second half, they shot 41% from downtown. So once they started getting hot, it was going to be lights out for the Knicks because they could not keep up that pace.
Knicks were down 76-73 with the ball, about 8 minutes to go, and from that point on, Toronto went on a 19-2 run and blew it wide open. All kidding aside, this is a hockey arena. Tampa Bay, the Lightning, the NHL's hockey team, plays in this arena, the Amalie Arena. Could that have anything to do, Wally, with the shooting conditions? Because Toronto wasn't great either. They went 17 of 52 from downtown. Just throwing that out there, could that at all be a factor?
Listen, as a shooter, you know I'm all about the lighting, all about the nets, all about the backdrop. And it makes a difference just as far as your comfort level when you're shooting in an arena. I know that Toronto Raptors arena up there in Canada, in Toronto, is phenomenal to shoot in. And, you know, it just has great perspective. The way the fans sit in the backdrop, it does make a difference. At the same time, it didn't affect the Raptors in the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. So I find it hard to make excuses for the shooting just based on an arena like that because it's a foreign place to the Raptors. It's obviously a foreign place to the Knicks. Some of these guys have never been in an arena, in that arena. But at the same time, you know, the basket's 10 feet high. It's not like there's wind or there's elements that you're dealing with in an arena that's completely calm. So I don't know how this happens.
While he's going
3 for 30.
Watch out for the wind indoors.
While he's going Norman Dale, he's got Bill up on his shoulders measuring the height of the rim. But you never, I mean, look.
I'm just throwing that out there.
No, look, I actually thought the same thing. It's got to be a bad shooting gym. It has to be something about it that was messing up some of the players at some point because, you know, some of these misses. Reggie Bullock is a good three-point shooter. He was missing poorly. RJ Barrett has been missing now since Indiana, since the season opener. As you heard Mike Breen say, he's missed his last 21 threes, and they've all been long. And what I think Tom Thibodeau is probably going to talk to him about is how about we take a pump fake and get to the basket.
They're open shots, though.
They are, but eventually you've got to make a different decision because, the definition of insanity is to just keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. There's confidence in I'm going to make the next shot, and then there's, all right, I don't have it right now. Let me make sure I get a good shot.
All right, for those that were watching and may not have heard Mike Breen say, the Knicks are calling Julius Randle, the situation here, a cramp. He went down here late in the game, came out, finished with 16 points, 10 rebounds,
See the way he's
5
reacting
assists.
when he landed,
Right.
he grabbed it immediately as if it's like, when you're sleeping at night and your calf just cramps up on you.
Right. So it's a cramp. That's what they're calling it.
That's good news.
Which the way it looked, the way he was hopping around, who knew? But a cramp obviously would seem to be good news. You know what? The reality is they were double teaming Randle, and he was finding Wally open shooters. They just didn't make the shots tonight.
I agree, and he's adjusting to this new role, and I thought he knew that. And obviously he had a few turnovers, and he's trying to learn, and he's trying to figure out how to handle being double teamed all the time and being the go-to guy and having to be the facilitator. He also needs his guys to make shots. I mean, he's making the right passes. Not only are guys are not making the shots, they're not taking the first open shot a lot of times. They're passing it up and giving it to a guy who's not going to have as good a shot. You have to take that open opportunity when you have it. Even if you miss, you have to take it. As far as RJ Barrett goes, I hear what you're saying, Alan Hahn, but at the same time, teams are loading up on him around the basket, and you just can't attack a 1-3-1 zone by just driving all the time. You have to soften up a zone by trusting your outside jump shot and making that shot. You have to read the defense. You have to adjust to the way the defense is playing you. You just can't barrel in there when there are 3-4 guys in there and expect to make plays and expect to get points. So this is something that RJ's going to have to learn as a young player, and Randle is continuing to make, I think, good decisions. Guys, just have to forget about this one. 3 for 36 is not going to happen too often. Just have to forget about it. Got to move on. Got to take those shots. They have capable shooters, and they will make a higher percentage next game.
On the bright side tonight, guys, for the Knicks, Kevin Knox, one of the big themes tonight, playing in his hometown of Tampa. His folks in the stands played pretty well, Alan. 16 points. Didn't really shoot it necessarily very well, although he did have a couple of threes in the first half, but was very involved in the action.
For a long time, he was the only Knick to make a three. He made 2 of them early on, attacking the basket as well. He did get the hand checked out at halftime, little x-rays on it, but he had a bone bruise, came back in the game, continued to play. But he was providing offense for a team that offense was a struggle throughout the night. And as you said, the 2 of 8 from downtown, that's everybody was going through that. But the 16 points is good for him, the rebounding and getting to the free throw line. So for coming home for him, a Tampa guy, this was a good performance for him. Of course, he'd rather have the win.